Hello and welcome to Dexplorion. I'm Didi and I'm here with yet another new video. If you are new to this channel, here I help you learn designing in Photoshop, discuss various tools and tips and tricks of Photoshop. Today we will be making this and I will be guiding you through the whole step-by-step process. I will try to make this as short as possible, but I can't promise you that. So grab yourself a coffee and let's get started. As usual, we will be opening a new canvas and drag in the image of our choice and resize as required. If you want the same image, link is given in the description for you. This time we will just be making a selection of the main subject, but we will not mask it with the layer mask. Instead, we will do something else. You will find it really soon. For selection of the subject, we will be selecting the quick selection tool and we will click on select subject to let Adobe Sensei do his work, and let's zoom in and see whether it has done a pretty good job or not. Yes, it has done a pretty good job, but there are some places where it has missed out. We will be refining that one. As our selection tool is been selected, we will adjust the brush size by pressing the second bracket keys. Make sure this icon is checked, that is the plus, that is adding to the selection. And we will go on adding wherever the place it has missed out. If extras are getting selected, just press the Alt button in your keyboard. When the cursor turns to minus, just paint over the area which you want to remove. By the way, I have already made a pretty detailed video on total background removal of this image. You can watch the video by clicking on I button at the top, just in case you want to use the image for any other project. I think we have what we require. Now what we'll do is just, since the selection is done, we'll just press Command J, and what we will do, it will duplicate the selection to another layer and we will have a separate layer of the subject itself. If you see, if we turn the visibility off of the main image layer, see, only the subject is there. We can treat it as a separate layer. Now we will be moving on to the next step. Now that we have two layers, we'll start off by linking these two layers. Press one layer and then shift another layer and then click on this icon to link these layers. What it will do is keep our both the images safe. Safe in a sense, if we want to resize one of our layer, it will automatically resize the second layer also. This way we won't miss out on the dimension of only the subject layer. So we can, at any point of time, we can adjust the size as and when required for our illustration. So let's move on. Now what we'll do is, for the time being, we will just turn off the visibility of the cutout subject layer and work on this one. And for that, firstly we will add a solid adjustment layer of any color you want and bring it down like that. Now what we'll do is we add a layer mask to this one, and now we'll select the brush tool, then go to our brushes, and here I will be selecting one custom brush. I will give the link if you want to download. You will find it in our description. That is Torn Pepper brushes. So we'll select the appropriate one as per your need. Yeah, let's go with this one. Okay, I want it to cut out or the effect to appear diagonally. So what we'll do is, keeping my icon or cursor on the canvas, I will right click and now this will appear. Hold the shift key and then move this one. Like that. Just a little bit more. You can adjust as per your need. It should cut like this. Okay, now adjust the brush size like that. This is the maximum brush size we have. Okay, we will do it partly. And now what you can see, I think we have to adjust it a little bit more. Now if we turn on the visibility of our subject layer, see what will happen. Now above this layer we will be adding another one of our solid adjustment layer, and this time we will be making it different color. Now we will be making the blend mode of the solid adjustment layer to multiply, and now we'll clip this to our image layer so that it affects only this layer and the rest of the part is white, like that. To this layer we will add a drop shadow. Next is we add another mask, layer mask, to our subject layer, and this time we will take up a normal brush, that is hard round brush, adjust the size. Now we will press the command button and click on this layer mask thumbnail so that it makes a selection, and now we will hide this part like that. Press Command D to deselect. Okay, this much is done. Let's now move to the next part where we'll be adding some text layers to this. To add a text layer, go to text tool and click on anywhere on the canvas. Now you can type whatever you want. Go to select tool, and then since the text layer is selected, now adjust the font size, or either you can drag it. Change the font. It is written in lowercase. If you want everything in uppercase, you just click on this button and it is done. You can adjust the spacing between the letters. Now let's give it an effect. Go to the text layer and right click, go to blending options. We'll select the stroke effect. The size will adjust the stroke size of your text. When you are satisfied, hit OK. Now hold down the Alt or Option key on your keyboard, and when the cursor changes to this one, just drag to make a duplicate layer of the text, double click to edit. Now let's group these 3 layers. To group, select all the 3 layers and then press Command G. We will rename this group layer to text black. Now once again, make a copy of this layer by pressing Command J. And this time we will be changing the text or stroke color to white. And rename this layer to text white. Now we will be adding a layer mask to this white text layer. And again, what we'll do is we're gonna make the selection of this layer and go to our brush tool, keep it to the hard round brush. To remove this part, we have to inverse the selection because now it is selection is this part. So when we use the brush tool, it will omit this one, but we don't want that. We want this one to be, this side to be black. So what we'll do is we will press Command Shift and I to inverse the selection, and now we will make this part black by hiding the white text layer behind the mask. Press Command D to deselect. Now we will be adding a paragraph over here. For that we have to make the path for the paragraph so that the paragraph remains. Otherwise what will happen is it will, when you copy or paste or type out the paragraph, it will come in a straight line. If you want to adjust it manually, you have to hit enter many times when you want to make it to another line, but that will not be a good option because you won't be able to justify it. Or if you want to wrap it around your subject layer, you can't do that. For that we have to firstly make a path. We will add some margin like that. And now take the pen tool . Now if you go to the text tool and bring it over here, you see the text tool icon is a bit changed. There is a circle denotes that you can add your text inside this path. You can justify or any way you can format it. I will be adding some other text which I have already written it down. To just copying it and then paste it here. Now adjust the text size to your preference. Now if you want, you can remove the margins you have given earlier. And now position your text wherever you want. And we are done with our illustration for today. Let's do a quick recap of the whole process. First, we made a selection of the main subject by using quick selection tool, and then made a copy of the subject on a separate layer and turned off the visibility of the layer. Then we added a solid adjustment layer beneath the image layer, then added a layer mask to the image layer, and with the help of the custom brush, that is toned paper brush in this case, we gave a toned paper effect to the layer. After turning on the visibility of the subject layer, then we added another solid adjustment layer above the image layer, set its blending mode to multiply, and clicked it to the image layer to make a clipping mask. Then we made a layer mask of the subject and masked it. And lastly, we added a text layer and then added a paragraph by using pen tool and creating a path. Hope you liked today's illustration, and if this video was of any help to you, then please give it a like and share it with your friends and colleagues, and the subs will be highly appreciable. Thanks for being with me, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye and take care of you and your loved ones.